19 minutes past 8 o'clock, Daybreak Nevada on the Nevada Talk Network. Busy day today, all the way around. We have with us Ely Mayor Nathan Robertson, who hasn't had to go back to his third job for a while, have you?
No, I haven't. It's been pretty quiet there, so they laid me off.
Well, you know. He in addition to being a small businessman, in addition to being the mayor of Ely, he also worked up at Ridley's during their senior hour from 6 to 7 in the morning. And I'm assuming things are going well there. Of course, you probably haven't heard because you haven't been there.
No, I haven't. I told them. They told me they'd call me if they needed me. So I assume no news is good news.
We can only hope. Okay. First weekend of reopening under Phase 2. Mm-hmm. Anything to report as far as the reopenings?
No, I think everything's going pretty well. We appreciate that the phased openings has been going quicker than they said at first. I mean, each phase has been going maybe 2 weeks. We'll see how long Phase 2 lasts, but...
I mean, does it surprise you? Well, I don't think it surprises anybody. I shouldn't even ask that. But, things have gone very well in the reopening. And hopefully things will continue to go well and continue to go at a rapid pace that doesn't cause us any grief.
Well, and that's the hope, that we stick to our social distancing guidelines, that even though things are opening while you're out, make sure you keep your hands washed, don't touch your face, stay socially distant from other people, or physically distant from other people, wear a face mask if you can, if you have to be in close proximity to a lot of people, and keep doing those things, because that's what's going to keep us rolling on this trajectory we want to be on. Keep opening things and keep going forward. We don't want to have a relapse or have an outbreak that we have to do something about.
It's nice that, it's nice to see that people can actually go into businesses and pick up their takeout now.
Right.
That's been a good thing. Coming up this week will be the reopening of casinos.
Mm-hmm.
That is set for this week. Mm-hmm. Have you heard anything from any of the establishments locally?
No, they're dealing directly with the Nevada Gaming Commission. So they're working really closely with them and making sure the guidelines are there, because those gaming licenses are important to them, and the Nevada Gaming Board exercises a lot of control there. So
and they're important to the community too.
They're important to the community, yeah.
Because you get revenue from them as well.
Oh yeah, so it is important, but it's important that they follow the guidelines as put out by the Gaming Commission. So they're doing a good job of getting that out there.
I tried to listen to the meeting on Thursday, mm-hmm. and the operative was tried. I
understand.
The audio was just atrocious.
Yeah,
and I hope that there's going to be some work on that.
Well, I'm hoping that's the last time we have to do that. Now that we're up to 50, the majority of anybody who can come to the meeting is going to be able to come to the meeting, and we're just not set up down there. The hall is a lot of hard surfaces. It's echoey. It's hard to get enough mics and get our old mic system, put in with our computers and get it on Zoom. We're just not set up for that.
Well, hopefully, and it's like, I'm here. I can't get to the meetings.
Yeah.
That's the worst part of it.
And we have had a lot of people say, "Oh, it's nice. It's been nice to listen to the city council meetings just at home. I don't have time to make it, but I could listen to it if it's on." And we've talked about at least streaming it somewhere, even if it's not a Zoom meeting that's interactive, at least streaming it. And it's something we'll be looking into.
It just requires a little bit of a touch. Maybe you could get in touch with a certain county commissioner who does media for a living too,
Sure.
Do that. Budget, that mm-hmm. was dealt with on this last meeting, final budget.
Yep.
Are you comfortable with it?
Well, as comfortable as we can be. That we cut 20% right off the top before it got approved. We've had the pay cuts, and I think the city is in a survivable position for this year. And that really was our goal. I mean, nobody really knows how revenues are going to come in, and that being the case, we have to plan. We have to kind of plan for the worst and hope it's better. And I would rather have planned for the worst and it not be as bad rather than make no plans and have to scramble when things.
So you're as comfortable as possible with the way these numbers came out.
I am, and I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable that we've been as proactive as we possibly can be. I really appreciate the help of the union and our city employees, and in being willing to go along with us on some of these things, because it affects them quite heavily as well. But our goal is to not have to lay anybody off and to make sure that we make it through this year, and hopefully things turn around pretty quick and we're back on track.
The negotiations with the county.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that's going to? I mean, I don't want to negotiate on the air. I don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to do that. But
Sure.
do you think that they are going to be willing to work with the city to deal with these issues? I mean, I know that they're dealing with the same thing. They indicate that they're in a comfortable position.
Mm-hmm.
We had Ian Bullis on Friday, and we
Sure.
talked a little bit about that, and he said they're in a comfortable position because of it. What has them concerned is that the mining
Sure.
revenue did not come in anywhere near what was expected.
Mm-hmm.
They were expecting at the low end $2 million. He said they only came in about 800,000, and that that is a big divot in the green of the budget.
Right. Well, and the county's revenues are a lot more volatile than the cities are, which and I think they do a fair job of managing that, and they've been good to work with us. I mean, I've appreciated the commission and the council and their attitudes for the last year. I think they've been doing a great job of working together, and we're all in this same boat as far as falling revenues and impacts from COVID-19 and things like that. So making sure that we can both keep serving the county, and the city and the county share a lot of services to serve the community. So working together, I think it's been well, and hopefully it'll continue as such.
As late as a few years ago, the relationship between the city of Ely and White Pine County, to call it hostile, I think would be mild. It was not pleasant to deal with at all. And over the past I would have to say the past couple of years, it seems to have gotten more conciliatory.
Well, and that has to do with the people who serve on the boards, I think. And there's just been a changeover. People are willing to work together and respect each other, and I think that's a good thing.
The rather than having a full consolidation of government, as some people still seem to think is absolutely necessary,
Mm-hmm.
which doesn't seem to be the case. We're sharing fire service, police service. We share building service and
Animal control.
Mm-hmm. That is beneficial, and I don't think if the infighting would have kept going on, we wouldn't be where we are today.
I think you're right, and it's been very cooperative, and I think that's to the benefit of all the citizens, whether you're a city resident or a county resident.
What's on the plate going forward here?
How do you mean?
In general, in trying to deal with, all of the, I mean, we have been through probably the most volatile 3 months.
Sure.
That in all of the time I have been in Ely, much less in my life,
Mm-hmm.
and it, you have to look at this and go, what is forthcoming? What do we have to deal with next?
Well, and I wish I knew. I can tell you the plans at the city at the moment are to, keep looking at all of our business and agreements and making sure that the city is running as effectively and as efficiently as possible. Not just that we're being miserly, but that we're spending money in the best places so that it's benefiting the community and it's an investment rather than just money out the door.
Reopening City Hall will be when?
Oh, that happened over the weekend. We're open today.
So mm-hmm. City Hall is open today for people to go in, and it's 9 to 5 right now, not 8
mm-hmm.
to 5.
Right.
Okay.
As are all city offices. I mean, we had closed all city offices. That included animal control. That included the sewer plant. We have a lab down there that some businesses use. But now we're back open. The only hours that changed were at City Hall. Everybody else is open for regular hours. There's some changes on how the shifts work a little bit, but they moved those around so that we could continue to service the community like we always have. So that's going forward there. The parks are open, playground equipment and all that. And we would just like to remind people, we did put up some signage to remember that social distancing is still a thing. If you're going to go down, I mean, what I would do if I was going to go down and have a picnic with some people is that I'd make sure I'd sanitize the picnic table I was going to use. I mean, that's just smart to do.
That's
city's not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, with or without this, you're going to want to do that anyway.
We probably should have been doing a lot of things that we weren't doing before this. But
Ely Mayor Nathan Robertson with us. Thank you for stopping by. Daybreak Nevada rolls on. USA Radio Network News next, where Nevada comes to talk.